Hello everyone, my name is Arvind Fulani and today I'll be talking about the effects of chemical contaminants on the environment. So quick description. Chemical contaminants are chemicals that are toxic to plants and animals. They're generally formed from human activities like the waste from factories and from pollution like the burning of coal and running cars. Some examples of chemical contaminants are heavy metals like mercury and lead and mycotoxins. Chemical contaminants can have disastrous effects on animals and their habitats. For example, they can alter the physiology of animals by impairing sensory and/or cognitive abilities and can cause metabolic dysfunction and alter the endocrine and neural signals. They can also affect coordination ratios in multiple species, and chemical contaminants can cause massive and drastic population declines, which can lead to further losses of genetic diversity, restricting the adaptive potential of the population. They can also harm humans, as many chemical contaminants like lead and mercury are harmful for humans when ingested. A major concern of chemical contamination in the water is ocean acidification. The uptake of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere by the burning of fossil fuels is expected to change to more than 750 ppm by 2100. A large amount of this carbon dioxide would be absorbed by the ocean, decreasing the pH levels in the water by at least 0.4, leading to ocean acidification. And of course, this is harmful for many animals in many ways. The obvious being that most animals aren't very tolerable to an acidic environment and they would likely die. However, there are other ways that this could affect animals. For example, bivalve mollusks form their shell from calcium carbonate. Uh, Once the ocean acidification happens, the carbon dioxide in the water would use the carbonate ions in the water to form bicarbonate, and that would end up reducing the amount of calcium carbonate available for the bivalve mollusks to create their shell, which would affect the lives of the mollusks and the animals that would prey on them, disrupting the entire ecosystem. So how does this relate to the unit? Molar mass calculations can be used to help measure the waste products produced in chemical reactions. For example, this reaction is of the burning of gasoline and oxygen in air. So molar mass calculations can be used here to see how much carbon dioxide is produced by burning gasoline. And then that can be used to see how much carbon dioxide will be produced daily by multiple cars. And then that would help us see how much air pollution is happening. And scientists can use that information to help create more environmentally friendly methods of transportation. Continuing on from there, this table includes many uh, many formulas that can be used to help do the same thing. And using a lot of the values and topics that we learned in this unit, such as molar mass and Avogadro's constant. So these can be used to help scientists find out the amount of waste products produced by certain chemical reactions, and they could use that to help create better, more environmentally friendly reactions. So an example is algal blooms. Algal blooms are when an algae population is rapidly increased. These are very harmful for aquatic environments, especially when the species of algae in question is toxic. But even if the species isn't, they can reduce the oxygen concentration enough to imperil other organisms. This is usually caused by a limiting region, which is generally phosphorus. And this phosphorus comes from human activities. For example, the use of trisodium phosphate, which is a fertilizer that was banned in the 1970s for its deleterious effect on the environment. Scientists can use the formulas that were in the previous slide to figure out how much phosphorus is being produced by the chemical is being used, and they can use it to create more environmentally friendly fertilizers and other chemicals. So how is this relevant to real life? Well, this shows how chemical contaminants can harm all living things, like again, uh, the algal blooms caused by phosphorus and ocean acidification. It also gives us methods to track and potentially combat these contaminants, right? Like uh, the formula for burning gasoline and oxygen in air allows us to track how much carbon dioxide is being produced. And we can use it to help develop methods to reduce the amount of contaminants or to dispose of them more efficiently. For example, we have multiple sources of efficient energy like wind power and solar power that are being used a lot more now. So some next steps. Companies can use this information to help create better waste disposal practices so that waste from factories and mining don't go into the environment as much. And they can also use it to create more environmentally friendly energy sources instead of burning coal and using fossil fuels. So thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something in this presentation. And these are all the sources I used in this presentation.